Hello, everyone. Welcome to the VUS Learning English podcast. Thank you so much for being here today. This is a place for you to listen, learn, and practice English in a fun way. We are so happy you are part of our community. Please like this video, share it with friends, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us grow and bring you more stories. All right, let's get started with today's story. Let me ask you something. If you have a phone but you never charge it, is it going to work? Of course not. The battery will die. Your English is the exact same. If you only charge it once a week in a class, the battery will always be low. It'll never have the power you need when you need it. But if you give it a small charge every single day, it will always be ready to go. So stop wasting your time on methods that leave your battery on 1%. I'm going to share 7 simple daily habits, completely free habits, that are all you need to finally get your English charged to 100%. These are the habits that will help you speak naturally, confidently, and without always hesitating. Let's get into it. Habit 1, become an English absorber through micro-immersion. The first habit, and maybe the most important, is to turn your daily life into an English learning environment. I call this micro-immersion. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I don't live in an English-speaking country. I can't immerse myself. That's the old way of looking at it. Today, the device in your pocket is all you need to create a powerful immersion bubble wherever you are, for free. Why does this matter so much? Think about how a baby learns its first language. A baby doesn't study grammar charts or flip through flashcards. A baby just listens. For months, it just absorbs the sounds, rhythms, and patterns happening all around. Its brain is building a map of the language long before it ever says mama. Your brain has that exact same ability. You just have to feed it English so it can build its own map. This habit is about making that input a constant background part of your life. It's your foundation. So how do we do it? We break it into 2 easy parts, reading and listening. First, reading. The goal here isn't to tackle some giant, difficult novel. The goal is to read a little bit of English every single day. Make it so easy you can't possibly say no. Start with just 5 minutes. Read the news on sites like BBC Learning English or VOA Learning English, which have articles written for learners. Read a blog post about a hobby you love, whether it's cooking, video games, or gardening. Find it in English. You can even just scroll social media, but instead of following creators in your native language, follow a few in English. Read their captions, read the comments. That's real, modern, everyday English. Here's a great little hack. Watch videos you already love, but just turn on the English subtitles. Your brain will automatically start connecting the words you hear with the words you see. You're getting a double dose of learning without even trying. The key is to make it fun. Don't think of it as homework. Think of it as entertainment with a secret benefit. Second, listening. This is where your commute, your chores, and your gym time become your secret language school. Your goal is to fill the dead time in your day with the sound of English. Find a podcast on a topic you're actually interested in. Love true crime? There are thousands of English podcasts for that. Love comedy? Same thing. You can do this while you're driving, washing dishes, or walking the dog. It's passive learning, which means even if you're not paying 100% attention, your brain is still picking up the flow, the intonation, and common phrases. Listen to music in English, but don't just listen. Find the lyrics online and read along. It will completely change how you understand the song and train your ear to catch words you were missing. Audiobooks are another incredible tool. You can often get them for free from library apps. Hearing a story read by a native speaker is one of the best ways to boost your comprehension. The biggest excuse I hear is, but I don't understand everything. You're not supposed to. If you understood 100%, you wouldn't be learning. Let go of needing to understand every single word. Focus on the general idea, the gist. The goal of micro-immersion isn't perfect comprehension, it's exposure. Just let the language wash over you. Every minute you spend absorbing English, you're charging your battery. Oh. Habit 2. Become an active speaker, not a passive learner. You can listen to 1,000 hours of English and read 1,000 books, but if you don't open your mouth and practice, you will never speak fluently. It's that simple. Speaking is a physical skill, not just a mental one. Your brain might know the word, but your mouth needs to practice the movements to make the sound correctly. Think of it like learning guitar. You can watch amazing guitarists all day, you can memorize the chords, but until you pick up the guitar and awkwardly fumble with the strings, making some bad noises and building calluses on your fingers, you'll never play a song. English is the same. Your tongue, lips, and jaw are muscles. They need a workout to get coordinated in English. This is the habit most learners are terrified of because it makes you feel vulnerable. It's where mistakes happen. But I want you to reframe this. Speaking isn't a test. It is the practice. Every mistake isn't a failure. It's a sign that you're training your English muscles. So, how do we train every day, especially if you have no one to talk to? First, you're going to be your own speaking partner. You're going to talk to yourself out loud. I know it sounds a little strange, but it's one of the most powerful, low-pressure ways to practice. Start by just narrating your life. As you're making coffee, say it out loud. I'm walking to the kitchen. Now I'm getting the coffee. I'm pouring water into the machine. It feels silly for about 2 minutes, but you're building direct pathways in your brain between an action and the English words for it, skipping the translation step. As you get comfortable, level up. Describe what you see out the window. Talk about your plans for the day. Argue with yourself about what movie to watch tonight. The mirror is your best friend here. For 2 minutes while you brush your teeth, look at yourself and describe your day. Today was good. I had a productive meeting. I felt pretty tired this afternoon. Hearing your own voice and seeing your mouth form the words is a huge confidence booster. Second, you're going to use the shadowing technique. This is a game changer for your pronunciation and rhythm. Here's how it works. Find a short audio or video clip of a native speaker. A 1-minute clip from a talk or a movie is perfect. Listen to one sentence, pause, then immediately repeat that sentence out loud, trying to copy the speaker's pronunciation, speed, and emotion as closely as you can. You're becoming their shadow. Don't just say the words, match the music of their voice. Do this for 5 minutes a day, and you'll be shocked at how quickly your accent starts to sound more natural. Third, use the tech you already have. Your phone's voice memo app is your new best friend. Pick a simple topic, what you did yesterday, your favorite food, your dream vacation. Record yourself talking about it for 1 minute. Then, listen back. Yes, it's cringy at first, but this is how you'll catch the mistakes your brain normally ignores. You'll hear where you hesitated or which sounds were tricky. You don't need a teacher to point it out. You become your own coach. The excuse, I have no one to talk to, is officially dead. Between talking to yourself, shadowing, and recording yourself, you have unlimited free speaking practice. The goal is to make speaking a daily action, not a special event. You have to go from being a passive absorber to an active user. That's the switch that creates fluency. Habit 3, the 5-minute daily debrief. If speaking is the most feared habit, writing is the most ignored. People think, I just want to speak. Why bother writing? Here's why. Writing is like taking a slow motion picture of your thoughts. When you speak, your brain is moving a mile a minute and mistakes fly by unnoticed. But when you write, you're forced to slow down. You have to actually think about grammar, sentence structure, and choosing the right word. Writing is where you connect the dots. It cements what you've learned from listening and reading, and it gets you ready for speaking. This habit isn't about writing some long, perfect essay. That's intimidating. This is a simple, powerful 5-minute daily practice I call the daily debrief. It's so easy you literally have no excuse not to do it. Here's the deal. At the end of your day, or first thing in the morning, open a notebook or a notes app. You're going to write just 3 sentences. That's it. 3. Sentence 1, write one thing that happened yesterday. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket after work. Sentence 2, write one thought or feeling you had. I was surprised because it was so crowded. Sentence 3, write one thing you plan to do. Tomorrow I need to finish that project for my boss. That's the whole habit. It takes less than 5 minutes, but look what you just did. You practiced past tense, expressed a feeling, and used future tense. You activated vocabulary and structured your thoughts in English. Doing this every single day creates a powerful feedback loop for your brain, forcing it to retrieve grammar and vocabulary, which makes those connections stronger. Once you're comfortable, you can expand it. Maybe write a full paragraph. A great way to practice is to engage with the English content you're already consuming. Watched a YouTube video? Don't just be a lurker. Leave a comment in English. It can be as simple as, "Great video, I learned something new." Read an interesting article? Share it and write one sentence about why you liked it. These are low-stakes, real-world writing tasks that make the practice feel real. A common fear is, "But what if my grammar is bad?" First, remember that communication beats perfection every time. No one is going to attack you for a one-sentence comment. Second, use free tools to help you. Grammarly's free version can be your personal editor, catching basic mistakes and offering suggestions. It's like having a free writing tutor in your pocket. The point of the 5-minute daily debrief isn't to become a great novelist. It's to make writing a small, consistent part of your routine. It helps you organize your thoughts, spot your weak areas, and build a bridge between knowing a word and being able to use it correctly. This small 5-minute investment will pay off big time in how clear and structured your speaking becomes. Habit 4, the vocabulary. Power up, learn 5, use 5. You can have perfect grammar and a great accent, but without the right words, you can't say what you mean. Vocabulary is the fuel for your English engine. But the old way of learning, memorizing long, random lists of words, is broken. You cram words into your brain only to forget them a week later because you learned them without any context. This habit is about learning vocabulary the way your brain was built to learn, through context and active use. The rule is simple. Learn 5, use 5. First, where do you find your 5 words? Not from a random list. You find them naturally through your micro-immersion habit. While you're reading an article, listening to a podcast, or watching a video, you'll run into words you don't know. When a word seems interesting or important, that's your target. Don't stop to look up every single unknown word. That kills the flow. Just jot down 5 of them that catch your eye. Now, this next part is crucial. When you look up a word, don't just write down the translation in your language. That creates a weak connection. Instead, do 3 things. Write down the English definition. This forces you to stay in an English mindset. Write down the full sentence where you found it. This gives you context, showing you how native speakers actually use the word. Write one new sentence of your own. This is the active step where you truly start to own the word. Let's say you were reading and found the word ambitious. Your note would look like this, period. Word, ambitious definition, having a strong desire and determination to succeed. Original sentence. She was a very ambitious student and wanted to become a doctor. My sentence. My new project at work is very ambitious, but I think we can do it. See? Now you have a rich context-filled understanding, which is way more powerful than just ambitious equals. But we're not done. That was learn 5. Now comes use 5. For the rest of the day, your mission is to use each of those 5 new words. This is how you connect knowledge to the real world. You can use one in your daily debrief. Say another when you're talking to yourself. Try to slip one into a comment you write online. Say one to your voice recorder. The goal is to actively pull that word from your memory multiple times. To make sure you don't forget, use a spaced repetition system, SRS. Apps like Anki or Quizlet are basically smart flashcard systems. You create a digital card for each word, and the app shows it to you right before you're about to forget it, making your review super efficient. This turns vocabulary from a boring chore into an active daily treasure hunt. 5 words a day might not sound like a lot, but that's 35 words a week, over 150 a month, and almost 2,000 in a year. And these aren't random words. They are words you've already proven are useful because you found them in real life. That's how you build a powerful and permanent vocabulary. Habit 5, flip the switch. Start thinking in English. This next habit is what really separates intermediate learners from truly advanced fluent speakers. It all happens inside your head, but it changes everything about how you speak. The habit is thinking directly in English. Right now, you probably follow a 3-step process to speak. Have a thought in your native language. Mentally translate that thought into English. Try to speak the translated words. That translation process is what makes you slow. It's what causes those awkward pauses while you search for a word. It's why you feel drained after a long conversation. Your brain is doing twice the work. Fluent speakers skip that middle step. They have a thought and it comes out in English. The thought is English. The goal is to train your brain to do the same. It sounds hard, but like any other skill, you can train it by starting small. You're going to approach this in levels. Level 1, naming. For just a minute a day, look around you and start naming objects in English. Don't say the word in your native language first. Just look at your desk and think laptop, screen, keyboard, mouse, pen, notebook, coffee cup. Do it in your kitchen, refrigerator, sink, plate, fork. This is a simple but powerful exercise that builds a direct link between an object and the English word, bypassing translation. Level 2, simple sentences. Once you're comfortable with naming, graduate to thinking in simple sentences. As you go about your day, describe your actions to yourself in your head. As you leave your home, think, I'm putting on my shoes. I'm grabbing my keys. I am locking the door. On the bus, think, I'm looking out the window. I see a lot of cars. That building is very tall. The goal is to get your inner voice used to running in English. Level 3, the internal monologue. This is the advanced level where you start having your constant internal conversation with yourself in English. Instead of planning your day in your native language, try it in English. Okay, after this, I need to send that email. Then I have to go to the grocery store. I should remember to buy milk. You can also use this to form opinions. See something on the news? Ask yourself in English, what do I think about that? One of the best ways to supercharge this habit is to change the language on your phone to English. You look at your phone hundreds of times a day. Every time you unlock it, you'll see settings, messages, clock. You'll learn practical vocabulary and train your brain to see English as a normal part of your world. Your brain will fight this. It will want to slip back into the comfort of your native language. That's totally normal. Don't get frustrated. When you catch yourself, just gently flip the switch back to English. Even if you only manage 30 seconds at a time at first, that's a win. Soon, 30 seconds will become a minute, then 5, and eventually you'll find yourself living in English without even trying. This is the secret to making your spoken English fast, natural, and effortless. Habit 6. The power of consistency, chain your habits. So we've covered 5 powerful habits, but none of them will work if you only do them when you feel motivated. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. Habits are what keep you going even when you don't feel like it. The single biggest factor for success in learning a language isn't talent or where you live. It is consistency. 15 minutes of focused practice every day is infinitely more powerful than one 2-hour study session on a Saturday. Why? Compounding. When you practice daily, the knowledge from yesterday is still fresh. You build on it. When you wait a week, you spend half your time just trying to remember what you did last time. Daily practice keeps the momentum going and signals to your brain that English is a priority. It's your daily charge for the battery, but we're all busy. So how do we guarantee we'll be consistent? The secret is a concept from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear called habit stacking. Habit stacking means linking a new habit you want to build, practicing English, to an existing habit you already do every day without thinking. You already have dozens of these anchor habits. Brushing your teeth, making coffee, commuting to work, eating lunch. Instead of trying to find new time in your day, you're going to attach your English habits to these anchors. You create a simple rule. After I will A. Let's sketch out what a daily routine could look like. After I brush my teeth in the morning, I will look in the mirror and talk about my plans for the day for 2 minutes. Habit 2, speaking. While my coffee is brewing, I will review my 5 vocabulary flashcards from yesterday on Anki. Habit 4, vocabulary. During my commute, I will listen to my English podcast. Habit 1, listening. During my lunch break, right after I eat, I will spend 5 minutes reading a news article in English. Habit 1, reading. When I get home from work, before I start dinner, I will write my 3 sentences in my daily debrief journal. Habit 3, writing. Before I go to sleep, I will think in English for 1 minute about my day. Habit 5, thinking. Just like that, you've woven all the core language skills into your day without needing to find a single extra study hour. You've broken down the huge goal of learn English into tiny 2 to 15-minute actions chained to things you already do. The key is to start ridiculously small. Don't say, I'll read for 30 minutes. Say, I'll read one paragraph. Don't say, I'll write an essay. Say, I'll write one sentence. Make it so easy you can't say no. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Use a habit tracker, even a simple calendar where you draw a big X each day. Seeing that chain of X's grow is incredibly motivating. Your only job becomes don't break the chain. This is how you finally beat the I'm too busy excuse. You don't find time. You link your habits to the time that's already there. This is how you build a system that works automatically, ensuring you charge your English battery every single day. Habit 7, embrace imperfection. Your goal is connection, not perfection. This final habit is a mindset shift. It's the glue that holds everything else together. Without it, you'll eventually get discouraged and quit. The habit is this: you must embrace imperfection and learn to celebrate your mistakes. Perfectionism is the greatest enemy of any language learner. It's that little voice in your head saying, don't speak until you know it perfectly. Don't write that comment. Your grammar might be wrong. Don't ask that question. You'll sound stupid. That voice is not your friend. It's paralyzing you. Our school systems taught us that mistakes are bad. A red X on a test meant failure. In language learning, the opposite is true. A mistake isn't failure. A mistake is proof that you're trying. It's evidence of progress. It's a data point showing you exactly what to work on. If you're not making mistakes, you're not stepping outside your comfort zone. And if you're not outside your comfort zone, you're not learning. Think about a baby learning to walk. It stands up, wobbles, takes a step, and falls. It might cry, but it never thinks, well, I guess walking isn't for me. I'm just not talented. That's absurd. It gets up and falls hundreds of times. Every fall is data its brain uses to adjust its balance and strengthen its muscles. We have to be the same way with English. Every grammar mistake, every mispronounced word, every awkward pause is just a little fall. It's part of the process. So, how do you make this an active habit? First, consciously reframe your goal. Your goal is not perfect English. Perfect English doesn't exist. Even native speakers make mistakes. Your goal is connection. Can you communicate an idea? Can you share a feeling? Can you understand another person? If the answer is yes, even with slightly broken grammar, that is a 100% successful communication. That's a huge win. Second, I want you to start hunting for mistakes. Turn it into a game. Set a mistake goal. For example, today my goal is to make 10 mistakes in my speaking practice. This sounds crazy, but it's psychologically brilliant. It removes all the fear. When you make a mistake, instead of feeling shame, you can check a box and think, great, 1 down, 9 to go. This turns mistakes from something you fear into the actual goal of the exercise. Third, celebrate your courage. At the end of the day, don't just think about what you learned. Think about when you were brave. Did you talk to yourself in the mirror even though it felt silly? Celebrate it. Did you leave that comment even though you were nervous? Celebrate it. Did you try using a new word and maybe get it wrong? Celebrate the attempt. Acknowledge your effort, not just the result. As they say, the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. This final habit is what gives you the resilience to keep going for the long haul. It allows you to actually enjoy the messy, imperfect, beautiful process of learning. When you stop chasing the impossible dream of perfection and start chasing the real goal of connection, you will finally feel free. And that freedom is when you'll learn faster than you ever thought possible. All right, let's do a quick recap. The 7 daily habits that will change your English forever are: become an English absorber. Immerse yourself daily with reading and listening. Become an active speaker. Practice every day by talking to yourself and shadowing. The 5-minute daily debrief. Solidify your learning by writing a few sentences. The vocabulary. Power up. Learn 5 new words in context and use them. Flip the switch. Train your brain to think directly in English. The power of consistency. Stack your English habits onto your existing routines. Embrace imperfection. Focus on connection, not perfection, and celebrate your mistakes. You don't need expensive classes or a plane ticket. You have everything you need right now to become a confident, fluent English speaker. The magic isn't in some heroic effort. It's in the small, simple actions you repeat every single day. So here's my challenge to you. Don't try to start all 7 habits tomorrow. That's a recipe for burnout. Choose just one. Pick the one that sounds easiest or most exciting to you. Like this video if it was helpful, subscribe for more practical advice that really works. And now for the most important part. Comment below with the one habit you're going to commit to starting tomorrow. Is it listening to a podcast on your commute? Is it the 2-minute mirror talk? Let me know in the comments. When you write it down, you make a promise to yourself and we can all keep each other accountable. Remember, the journey to fluency is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient, be consistent, and start with one small step. You've got this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.